Go. Hello YouTube, this is Luciano with TheTeamADV, bringing your profile here on our Madolches. We booked this deck about 2 days ago. Unfortunately, I don't know how to pronounce half the cards in this deck, but
bear with us.
Bear with us, I am very sorry. So obviously you have the 3 Madolche. She's the Stratos of the deck. She searches herself as well as every other Madolche monster. She's very, very good, and with the field spell she pumps up to 1900, so kills Thunder King, bounces back to hand. That's pretty funny. You run triple, we'll call her Mew. Triple Mew. Mew is amazing. She combos extremely well with Messenger Gelato, combos extremely well with Pudding Cess, and yes, very, very good card. If she was 4, this deck would be completely broken. You run triple Messenger Gelato, another 4 in the deck. Obviously, he also searches your field spell or your ticket, and if you play it, you could search your Madolche Palooza as well. He also pumps up to 2100, which is very, very large. Double Croissant. We were originally running 3 of this card, but we found it to be a little bit cloggy. He's really, really good. He just gets really large, and he also allows you to have more plays available, more ways to search out your monsters and whatnot and set up plays for next turn. One of the most prevalent plays that you do is, let's say that you don't open with ticket, and you don't open with, let's say you open with ticket, and so you go Mafule, you activate her effect, you summon Croissant, let's say you have ticket active, then you can bounce the Mafule back to your hand, search Messenger Gelato, which means next turn you do have a play to go into your field spell and whatnot. And he's also very, very large. He pumps to 1800 and keeps pumping and keeps adding a level every turn. One Pudding Cess, this is a proxy. Unfortunately, we don't have this card. We'll probably pick it up in a week or so. She's really, really, really good, but I would not running her 2 or more because I found her to be extremely cloggy unless you set up the play beforehand. The play obviously is to get Mew to hand before you bring out Pudding Cess. Otherwise, she's a level 5, so it's just not good to draw into. You want to search into it. One Tragodia. Tragodia is amazing. Tragodia is a great card. You always have at least 5 cards in hand. You search a lot, unless of course you draw really, really terribly, and you know that happens with everything. You also run 3s and 4s, which means you can take a lot of cards. Let's see, let's go into the trap lineup. Let's start with Ultimate Offering. If you resolve this card, you should win. If you don't, this card should be banned, but it's not, so we're playing it. You can OTK very easily. You can go into Shockmaster and Tiramisu's. It's really, really, really dumb, to be honest. Double Compulse. Compulse is amazing in this deck. It's not just a defensive play. When you bounce your cards back to your hand with Compulse, you search for ticket, and it's awesome. It's really, really good. Let's see. Double Mirror Force. Self-explanatory. I mean, it's Mirror Force. They attack, you Mirror Force. Probably not as good next format, but we'll see if we put Deep Prisons in or Fiendish Chains or whatnot. Double Warning and One Judgment, because these cards are incredibly good, incredibly good, and yes, self-explanatory. Double Torrential. Torrential is an incredibly good card in most decks. It's more than that in this deck, because obviously you Torrential, all your monsters go back to your hand, your opponent loses his field. And let's see, Double Bottomless. Again, just generic traps. One Starlight Road, because I mean you run a very heavy trap lineup, and Starlight Road just makes you feel safe. And because I would not run it on Starlight Road, we do run 1 Dark Bribe. It protects your setup. It's a very good card. 2 Starlight Roads would be way too cloggy, I feel. So let's go into the spell lineup. Spell lineup, obviously you have your 2 tickets. I wouldn't run 3 tickets. That's way too cloggy. You only need 2. If people waste MSTs on it, it's not that big of a deal. You run triple Chateau, because Chateau is amazing. 500 boost is just ridiculous. It makes it so that you can get over most of the meta. It's very nice. Let's see. We run Dark Hole, Monster Reborn. We don't run a heavy. I don't run Heavy Storm because usually I have my field spell and ticket in play, and Heavy Storm is not that good unless you're getting a plus from that usually, or you're obviously first turn Heavy Storm in 2 cards because you're a champion. Run double Smashing Ground. Smashing Ground is really, really good in this deck. We found that we had a lot of trouble getting over big beaters, specifically Chaos Dragons and our Agents. So this just takes care of that. And double Duality for consistency, and double MSTs. And let's go into the extra deck. You run triple Tiramisu. Unfortunately, we only have 1 right now. We're just going to pick up the other 2. You run triple just because of the ultimate offering. I mean, without ultimate offering, you really wouldn't go 3 tiramisus. You might go 2 at most, and especially because you can shuffle it back into your deck. You won the Stardust for the Starlight Road. Let's see. 1 Zen Mains, because Zen Mains is amazing. 1 Leviathan, same reason. Temple, because he's probably our favorite level 3 Exceed. Gets over every other Exceed. It's just really funny. Shockmaster, because you can make him really easily with Ultimate Offering. I guess you could theoretically summon 3, but you really don't want to do that play. Let's see. We're on Full-Tone Babel Imperative. Gets over a lot of monsters. Gets pretty self-explanatory. Gem Knight Pearl, again. 2600 beater. It's over the Stardust and whatnot. You want Utopia, obviously. Fairy King. All your monsters are Earths, so Fairy King is amazing. Mace Stroke, because Mace Stroke, again, another amazing card. Bugs everything, gets rid of most problems. 1 Levier. And that's it.
Forgot what those other 2 were.
Yeah, I really don't remember. Well, yeah, the deck is almost done. I think we're missing 2 cards from the extra deck, which we'll pick up soon enough. But yeah, that was this is Luciano from TeamADV, and rate